Welcome back to OBTV Live here at Merchandise World, the UK's premier trade promotional merchandise show. Now we're actually joined by Chris Nelson. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, well, thanks for having me.
Chris is from our preferred supplier, Laltex. Laltex are a generalist supplier, so they produce a whole range of products.
We do.
Chris, tell one a little bit about yourself.
So yeah, I've joined the industry about 4 years ago, and just fell in love with the industry. It's great. Obviously, these shows are all absolutely fantastic. You know, the buzz of them and everything. I think the products we deal with as well, it's just sort of like always exciting, always new. So I love that. But yeah, Laltex, just to give you a little bit more on it, we've got 4 different divisions. We've got Bags HQ, which are like the sort of like bags, obviously as it sounds, generalist supplier, but they've got the I think conference items in there as well, like the notebooks, which they do really well on. We've then got Source It division, which are, again, as it sounds, they source all the more sort of weird and wonderful bespoke items. And then we've got Pencom division, a bit like Bags HQ. I'm pretty sure you know what the Pencom team do. And then we've got myself, Laltex Promo, and we're pretty much everything that's not within that category. So yeah, so we've got that. And then basically we specialise a lot on the drinkswear side of things, and then obviously got like deskwear mixed in with that as well. But yeah, drinkswear is a really big thing that we sell.
Excellent. Obviously, being at Merchandise World, looking at all of the new products for 2018, something that's obviously been in the headlines a great deal is landfill paper cups, the plastic tax,
Latte levy, or whatever it's called.
Latte levy. So honestly, everyone's talking about it. And then actually, we was in a bar a couple of days ago, and even down to no one gave us a straw with our gin and tonic or a plastic stirrer.
That's happening more and more.
Yeah, you know. And so what we're going to do is look at some of Lautex's drinkware that, again, obviously is very much about reusable. It's again about being fit for 2018 as well. So water bottles and vessels for actually reusing. And obviously, when you go into coffee shops, you do get a discount by using your own coffee mug. So,
exactly, yeah.
So Chris, over to you. Let's see some of your great new products.
Right, so starting basically straight on with the latte tax. So this item, this was new, probably honestly about 2 or 3 years ago. It sort of simmered along. So it's basically a little reusable coffee cup. The best thing about, I'll be totally honest, I'm a pretty honest person. When I first saw this, didn't quite get it, didn't know which part of the market it fell into. However, on this one, it's all about price. So it's sort of like budget cost, and it's all like below £1 sort of region.
Wow.
And the best thing about it, again, like I say, it's got this little like cardboard sort of, Costa, Starbucks sort of feel to it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, if you're taking that into a, Starbucks, I think it's 25p.
25p, yeah.
And that's obviously going across all the big brands, and it's going to be across the UK soon as well. So
brilliant.
And the great thing is, with Laltex, if we're ever doing anything, if it's going well, we'll bring it in. We've got all these, like I say, another like 7 different colours in these. So we brought, from a branding perspective, it's making it a lot, obviously, easier for that sort of to sell to the clients, and yeah, it's working really well for us. So.
I can imagine, and again, also by putting it down at a budget price, it opens it up to. And funnily enough, I had this conversation with a client recently, and for his own company, he wanted to do it, but his sons were involved in a rugby club, and they're trying to actually raise funds for a tour. So basically what they're going to do is, within the club, obviously they have a small ground and some coffee shops, they're actually going to sell their drinks, and people will pay a little bit more of a premium to buy their drink the first time, but every time they come back...
I've seen this at Twickenham and a few other places.
This is a smaller club, not on that size, but the same premise. Every time the person goes back, they get a discount because
branding's all over it as well. And,
so it can be used a number of ways, which is superb.
Yeah, well, I think the best thing with these as well is, I think we found that we saw a massive trend. You probably heard it of so many times: recyclable. However, we're finding a lot now that people are asking for not just recyclable, reusable.
Yes.
I.e., plastic bottles, you'll see them with a little, recyclable marks on them. However, that's a one-use thing. Then a process has to be involved with recycling that. With something like this, it can be used 200, 300 times, and you're not having to, no process is involved after that point. So I think reusable in itself, that word is, we're sort of noticing the trend is getting more and more.
And I agree with you. I watched Sky News the other day, and I didn't realise we send a lot of our plastic out to China for them to put in landfill. And supposedly we're recycling, but all we're doing is dumping it elsewhere. So if you have got reusable, it's better for the environment.
Definitely.
So what next, Chris?
So we've got, again, moving on to So this is another bottle. We brought it in the range about 3 years ago now, again, but it just started doing better and better. We've got all these little like coloured trims. You've got the straw going through the centre. It's a very sort of popular style that you'll see now up and down the country, even in the retail store and things like that. But the great thing with these is, again, because it was doing so well, we just kept introducing more and more colours. Again, from a branding perspective, it's got a nice Batman logo on there. Don't know if we did that or not.
Did you ask Batman's permission for that?
Robin was a bit, you know. No, yeah, but like I say, so off the back of the success of that, year after, we brought in the see-through version. So again, it's just the exact same bottle, just obviously the see-through version. A lot of people were saying they liked the smoky finish, but wanted to see what they were drinking. A lot, I think, in offices and things like that, it was a sort of key thing. Yeah. Batman, obviously, again, you know, really
brilliant. And again, you say these comes in a lot of coloured rims and tops.
Got all the standard colours, obviously, like the red, blue, you know, this green, but they've also got like the orange, yellows, the black even. So yeah.
And how much these hold? Is it a litre, 750 ml?
It's 750 ml.
750 ml, brilliant. Really, really cool. Yeah. And again, what sort of price point do these come in around? So
around about the £3 mark. Okay. So if you think about some of the models that are out there, you know, in our industry, the price point is just ideal.
Phenomenal.
And again, we wouldn't be doing so well on that if the price point wasn't right, the product wasn't right. So yeah, it's doing really well. And this is the newest one this year. I know you're probably thinking we've not really broke the innovation ladder on this one. The reason being, again, just from a branding perspective, so many people said, no, I don't just want the black outer or I want to see my whole colour scheme going through the bottle. So we've got them again, another 7 colours, and yeah, sort of like,
and they're all the primary colours.
All the primary
blue,
colours,
red,
blue, red, even the pinks and
So even the modern colours as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Excellent, brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's superb, you know. And again, Laltex are one of our preferred suppliers. We work very, very closely with them, so you're getting to see this stuff literally as our industry are. Where do you see the industry going in 2018 and further afield?
Right, okay, interesting question, Andy. I basically think that the way, obviously, I think we're all aware now that there's so many, you know, big sort of, we'd say, retail internet players coming into the industry. So, you know, the likes of the Amazons and you know, Vista and all these type of people. So, I think the key thing that a lot of distributors obviously having to look at and suppliers is, you know, the supply side in terms of how quick these things can be turned around. And obviously, just the general efficiency of the you know, the website of things. So I think if you can basically go online and order something for next day delivery, and then you get all this sort of thing where the same day you can be sending it back without even clicking a button, and someone collects it off you. I think for the whole industry and on all levels, we need to be prepared and ready, geared up for that. And I think it's gonna, as long as you're geared up. Unfortunately, I think if you're not on that side of things, maybe you might sort of, I wouldn't say fall behind, but I think that's the most important thing I would say. Keeping up with that, internet ready and
brilliant. And as far as product goes, obviously we're seeing a lot about fitness, we're seeing a lot about water reusable. Where do you see product going?
So again, with us, obviously, as we've just discussed, then drinksware, bottles, things like that, just going absolutely massive for us. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to say there was something really crazy. I had like a vision of how things are going to pan out in terms of new and innovative products. But for us,
poor old Chris is obviously following Matt from Desktop. That's got all the gadgets. Chris doesn't have that in his locker, unfortunately.
To be honest, no, we get them out of this like earphones. Like no, but it is like I say, we have you know, a few of the gadgets in there. Obviously Bluetooth now, the VR side. VR's a bit of a strange one because we obviously have the VR headset, the cardboard ones. I know a lot of people have sort of said like, well, is it going to simmer? Is it going to in and out? But I think with that type of product, if you only look at like say 2 years ago, if you typed in VR into the App Store, you would have probably about 60 options. Something like now, you've got hundreds, thousands of options, and obviously film companies are jumping onto this. So I think it'll just sort of simmer along on the VR side. We all know fidget spinners. Now, if you couldn't see a curve on that was the ultimate in and out. But I think with VR, I think items like that, which there's a bit more thought behind them, I think they'll sort of have a bit more of a longer sort of span, or variations on that style, so to say.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Chris. Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. Chris was a little bit nervous, but I think you'll all agree he's done an absolute cracking job. Obviously, as I say, Laltex supports us hugely. If you need any visuals, samples, or quotes, we're more than happy to get these out to you. It's very, very important that you get to see, touch, and that actually we find the right solution for you. So, Chris, thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to have you on OBTV.
Pleasure.
And we'll see you again at 2:30 with DT, who's going to tell us all about apparel. Thank you very much.